My fellow compatriots and honorary compatriots, I'd now like to introduce to you the concept of the diffusion of innovations, which is a theory devised to explain how, why, and at what rate new ideas and technologies spread, organized into five categories, of which the first two are the most important ones. In these five categories, there are the innovators, the early adopters, the two most important ones, and then there's the early majority, the late majority, and the laggards. The first two, namely the innovators and the early adopters, are the two most important ones out of the five because the innovator is practically the creator, the progenitor of the idea or the new form of technology. And the early adopters are the ones who would have both the desire and the means of getting the innovation, so to speak, out there. The early majority are effectively the people who are ahead of the wave and embracing it. And then the late majority, the late majority and laggards would be people like you and me who are introduced to it and may or may not embrace it once it's become popularized. Once you get a good grip of this concept, you begin to ascertain why the Pan-Iranist movement has been a colossal failure and irrelevant meme. If you want to have a practical strategy for obtaining political power and clout, you need to win over the pillars, institutions, power brokers, and gatekeepers of the establishment. Some of them, at least, particularly the ones that would be the most susceptible to you. Ordinary people aren't ideological and aren't mobilized or influenced by any type of fringe phenomenon unless it's being propagated everywhere it can be. Hipsters are a different specimen, but then again, they would make up one of the demographics of the early adopters. That being said, the Pan-Iranist movement was an opposition movement, both within the context of the Pahlavi era and within the context of the Khomeinist Republic. Or should I say it technically still does exist, underground at least, and made the miscalculations that it did as an opposition movement that's brought it to its current sorry state of affairs. There are many reasons for its failure as a movement, but not adhering to this diffusion of innovations concept and a system in which it would explain the rise of political parties, world leaders, governments, and nations is the most important one by far. Hitler even cited this principle of not allying with the pillars and powerful institutions of the state as the main reason for the Pan-Germans failing in the Habsburg monarchy, failing to restore German supremacy at the expense of the Slavs. And this is where I end my dissertation. Thank you for watching.